And hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You're back with the Midwest Express. My name's John, and I like to bring you guys information about the gig economy, gig apps, and kind of what's going on in the side hustle industry out here today. And today I want to talk to you guys about not a new app, but at least it's new to me. And my New Year's resolution this year has been to share one new gig app with you guys every month, because just like you, I'm looking for another side hustle. I already do DoorDash, Grubhub, Instacart, ShipShopper, Walmart Spark, Roadie, Draver, GoPuff, Uber, and Lyft. And I am consistently busy with all these gig apps. But there's always something new, and your markets get oversaturated. So I always want to dig in and kind of find what's the next thing, right? So this week I did a lot of research, and I came up with this gig app that I wanted to review, and it is called Veryable. And Veryable is kind of known in the manufacturing world as the Uber app of manufacturing. And what it is, it's a way for manufacturers to find day laborers or laborers to work in a factory, which sometimes will lead to full-time jobs outside the gig app, but it's a way for these companies to find labor to fill in gaps that they have along the way. So getting to the app review. This app is very easy to sign up for. It took me, I'm going to say, 10, 15 minutes tops. And you kind of go through, you talk about your skill set. What do you got skills in? What kind of driver's license do you hold? Can you drive a fork truck? Do you have experience? What types of fork trucks? Do you have certificates of training or experience in welding or whatever it is in manufacturing? Whatever your experience level, you could add that into your account. And first they start you off, they do a quick background check. It came back in like minutes. I don't know how in-depth of a background check, but it was done. Did your vault application where you put all your details in your application in, and then boom, you're approved. It was fairly easy sign up. So getting to the gig app itself, this is a sample of a typical job posting. And for me and my market, I found out that here in Madison, Wisconsin, not a lot of manufacturers using this gig app. But I did notice in Chicago, Milwaukee, Detroit, Ohio, I've seen a lot more postings for those areas and heard about a lot more postings in those more workforce manufacturing demographic areas. But getting back to this job here posted, and it is, as you notice, a 62.53 miles away. It's an 8-hour shift or 8.5-hour shift. It's on Friday, January 12th, and the price is at $17 per hour with a total payout for the day of $136, which at first glance I'm thinking that's pretty good. I like that. It seems reasonable. So you click on that, and then it'll give you more details. It'll go through what the start time is, what the finish time is, the approximate time that the gig lasts, and any unpaid breaks that you might get. So you get 30-minute unpaid break. And this gig this gig requires you to load, unload trucks and put material away and pull orders. So I thought it was very interesting. Everything kind of straightforward, easy to sign up, easy to put in for these gigs. So the next, you kind of go through the tabs on this, and the next tab goes through the ops details. And it, again, reiterates that here on the top, it says, it looks like you're far away from this op. Please review the location details before you submit your bid. So they want to make sure, hey, this job's 60 miles away. You sure you want this gig? So it's good that they post that up. And for Veryable's credit, this is a very easy app to use. It is very, very easy. And if everything looks good, then you can go ahead and submit your bid for this gig. Soon as I started realizing that this was not just where you were going to get it, you can lower your bid of what you're willing to accept for the gig. So it's kind of one of those race to the bottoms. If you're in a tight market that, everybody's hustling to get these gigs, people are going to bid lower and lower. And I don't like gigs where you bid. Just tell me the price I'm going to get paid. Now, if you bid the $17, based on how many times I've seen these jobs post, I'm sure you'll probably get it at the $17 an hour. Now, certain things that you need to know about these gigs. So on the the lead point or the lead post of the job, you'll see here it says 6 points. That's how many points you occur for this job. The closer you are to the deadline and when this job is posting, the more points you'll get. I've seen jobs that had 36 points for the same amount of time, but it was like the next day or the morning of. So the closer you are to the gig, the more points you earn. And they have a leaderboard, a ops club leaderboard, and they don't call the jobs, they call them ops, so operations. So you bid for your op that you want to get these gigs for, and you earn points. Overall, I think that this is, if you're young and you got a lot of hustle in you and you have no problem with loading, unloading trucks or got experience driving fork trucks and whatnot, I think this is a really good app. And getting fork truck certificates is not difficult. And, it can get your foot in the door for some more permanent jobs. And to me, this Veryable app is kind of, the good old days when manufacturers, or I should say laborers, day laborers, they would pull up to a Home Depot and they'd be like, hey, do you know how to do this? Get in my truck. Let's go do some work. It's kind of like that almost but you have to pay taxes still. You're an independent contractor in this gig. And that is no bueno for me, because if I'm going to make $17 an hour, I want to, because you're not going to be able to write off taxes. So there's no real write-offs with this. So you got to pay taxes on that 17 yourself and go through the whole rigmarole of being an independent contractor. And I think that's a slippery slope. You're going to be ending up working next to other manufacturing people in the factory. So in other words, you're brought in and you're doing the same work as a laborer, but you're not getting paid for it. And I was going to do this for the sake of science. I wanted to get out there and hump boxes and do it for a day. But I seen this post yesterday, and it says, new rule tightens worker classification standards. Uber and Lyft say their drivers won't be affected. And it goes on. The Biden administration has enacted a new labor rule that aims to prevent misclassifications of workers as independent contractors, a step that could bolster both legal protections and compensation for millions of the U.S. workforce. So this goes into effect, like I want to say this next month in February. But it was really interesting to me because that's what this Veryable app does. It takes you and puts you in a manufacturing facility along with regular employees, but you're not getting the benefits features of being a full-time employee. So I think that this app might have some upward climb to do, because it'll be quickly before somebody comes out and says, hey, this ain't right. If I'm working in a factory and so forth, and this whole classification, a lot of people that are in gig work, they want to be classified as employees because they want some of the benefits and features. But I don't think that's going to work. I don't think a lot of those plans for gig apps, they've spent so much money with the legislatures to push bills through and whatnot. But overall, my review of the Veryable app is a C. And the reason why I'm not giving it a really bad rating is because to each their own. It's not for me. I know that. I'm not a manufacturing get in and grind kind of guy. But I think that if you're not afraid to hump and you need something just on the side for this day and it matches with your schedule and it's local, yeah, maybe it'll be beneficial to you. And I give it a C mainly because everybody has their own prerogatives of what a good job is. And I met people from different parts of our society every day as an Uber or Lyft driver that their idea of what good money is for them and their time and that point in their life is different than what mine is. And everybody has their own scale. So I'll give Veryable a C. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to sign up. And really, it won't hurt you to take a look at it. So to each their own. Hopefully you got some value out of this, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll hit you on the next one.